Question. First of all, fuck that. Good morning. But question. Has somebody ever gave you feedback that was so motherfucking true that it hurt like a man? Somebody gave me some feedback about me that hurt my motherfucking feelings. Shut me down for a whole day yesterday, man. I barely left the house. Let's talk about it. Coffee time. So, yesterday, man, was talking to a friend, but clinical, they got a background in behavioral health, mental health, social work, and we were just talking. We've been talking for about 2 weeks. Met her at a Christmas party type deal and stayed in touch because I told her I had some shit on my brain that I needed to probably get off, and staying in touch and just through the last 2 weeks of talking, because they live out of town, they don't live here. Just out of 2 weeks of talking, man, she sent me a text and was like, "Can I be honest or transparent or one of them mental health professional words?" I said, "Yeah." Man, it's almost like she had this shit typed up and was ready to send. Man, she sent me a paragraph of shit. Of information, feedback that she's kind of been, I guess, holding on to for the past 2 weeks. Through our just interactions and talking and, you know, getting to know me as a person and life and all that shit, right? And what she sent me hurt my motherfucking feelings, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I damn near broke down and cried, man. Why? Because it was true. Every single word of it was true. And this was all feedback she gave me 2 weeks. And the only thing I could think was, God damn, what did I put my family through for 12 years? If this is what they were dealing with. Oh, I done did it again, y'all. Oh, that's good. But for 12 years, man. And she was like, bottom line was, you're a negative person. No interactions you've told me about you and your mom, your daughter, your ex, has been positive. Has anybody ever told you this? I'm like, maybe that's why I call myself Grumpy Vet. I could definitely find the negatives and shit, but I feel like I try to peel it back and get a little deep and say, you know, and go back to my childhood, reflecting. I always grew up this way, man. I grew up in a very critical environment where your mama talked about you, your daddy talked about you, your cousins talked about you, your siblings talked about you. Hell, the dog looked at you funny on certain days, you know what I mean? And I was an ugly duckling, man. My mama gave me a picture the other day. I'm like, ooh, wee. Nick, who let me go to school like this, man? I tried to take a little 3-button polo shirt and put a bow tie on that motherfucker school picture. Man, look the fuck up. And I didn't tell my mom about it. I'm gonna have to find that picture. I'm gonna try to find that picture and plug it in somewhere, man. Y'all gonna be like, oh shit, Stu. Yeah. Yeah, man. She just said that. And I just tried to tell her, like, if you from Houston, you know what I'm talking about. We capped on each other. Capping session at the lunch table, in the classroom, on the bus, walking home, wherever, man. It was always somebody's day to get fucked with. And more likely than not, it was my day, because I didn't look like everybody else. I was super dark, gap teeth, big ears, because I guess I finally grew into them, because somebody said, bro, you got little ears. Maybe my head grew, my ears stopped, but at one point, my ears surpassed my head ratio. I had a weird ear-head ratio, I guess. I don't fucking know. Super skinny. I was 155 pounds graduating high school at 6'1". And So I got fucked with all the time. So I guess that put me in that negative space and finding, because you find the hot points with people, whether it was their shoes, their clothes, they this, they that, their breath, their body weight, they this. And you exploited it. You talked about it, right? I don't know why they call it capping. Maybe that's why they call it big cap now, because you telling lies, man. I don't know. But that's just where it was. So when she told me all this, I shut down, man. I mean, I can't really even explain it. Like, I shut down. I didn't really want to talk because, honestly, the truth hurt. That shit hurt me. But it hurt me because I realized how many people I have hurt with that same mental mentality, or that same mentality. Mental mentality is almost saying the same shit. And I'm just curious how many other people suffer from this that grew up in the same environment that I grew up in, where everybody talked about you. Nobody was safe from being fucked with. And then I heard about it, but I guess I never knew it applied to me. Something called generational trauma. It's the concept in which your grandparents went through shit, they parents went through shit, and instead of getting healed and seeking professional help and therapy, and they just live with that shit, and they treat people around them like shit, and they pass that shit down. So your great grandparents pass it to your grandparents, your grandparents pass it to your parents, and nobody along the way has ever gotten fixed. You know, black folk, we don't believe in no motherfucking therapy. We don't. I don't. And then maybe that's why we feel like we can fix this shit ourselves. Get tough. Stop being so motherfucking sensitive, right? Stop all that goddamn crying before I give you something to cry for, man. I done heard it too many times in my life. And then you end up stuffing that shit. And then, not to even mention, they pass their drama to you, they trauma to you. But you got your life of your own. Now you building onto that bag of trauma with your own shit. So you got they shit. You got 3 generations of shit on your back before you get to live your life. And now you got your own trauma added to that shit. Can you imagine the pressure that's being put on you, and then you passing that shit down in your parenting style on your kids? Bro, that shit had me in a stupor yesterday. Like, I was down for the count mentally and emotionally. I just wanted to just sit in my office, sit at the crib, not talk to nobody. I made it a conscious effort to stay the fuck away from any kind of bottle of alcohol, but I didn't, as much as you say you don't drink when you're in a certain mood, you do. So I made sure I stayed away from all that shit yesterday. I think I had a little sip of Jack at the very end of the day, right before I went to bed. By then I was cool. That's why I'm making this video now, to talk about my day yesterday and reflect, man, because as a photographer, my job is to bring out the best in people. Maybe that's why I look at my work and I'm like, damn, this shit's super dark and moody, but I've always been that way. So I really don't want to change that, but I would like to maybe have some more chipper, joyous moments in some of my work. That's probably why I don't like dealing with weddings. Man, I'm really peeling some shit back. I mean, I'm exposing all this shit in front of y'all right now, but when I think about it, I don't like weddings. I don't like the maternity shoots. I don't like the damn gender reveal stuff, because it's too, I guess maybe it's too goddamn, it's too happy. Motherfucker, what y'all smiling for? You know what I mean? I'm spilling coffee laughing so hard, my bad. My belly started hitting my arm. This new retirement 4-year belly right here. Bought and paid for. But I would love to give y'all feedback, man, because I know I'm not the only one dealing with this type of shit. And it's good to talk to somebody. And this person, man, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you giving me that and allowing me the time to reflect and come up with a solution. Maybe I need to get back and reading a good book, man, because there were some times where I felt a hell of a lot better coming back from reading a good book. The Bible, for all you people want to know what the good book is. And now the dogs want to cut up. Hey, cut it out. Put y'all outside, you ain't gonna want to wrestle. Guaranteed. No, they ain't gonna stop. The puppy he just got too much energy. Come here. Come here. Got too much energy, man. Too big, too much energy. Go. Go. Go, Joker. Thank you. But I would love to hear y'all's feedback, man, because it's like I have a resolution to be just more understanding, more kind, more positive about life and things and people and situations. Because a lot of it was just I wasn't even conscious I was doing it. So I was doing it so much that I wasn't even aware that I was doing it. I'm gonna have to pause this because the dog's about to cut up. Yeah, had to put them two jokers outside, man. It ain't the old one, it's the young one that want to have all that goddamn energy early in the morning. Hey, speaking of energy, what kind of energy this hair doing for y'all, man? Huh? Is it doing it? I just be rapping some shit, man. Just be rapping until it stop moving. That's how I know when to stop. When it no longer wants to move and shit, a piece fly out over here, over there, I can kind of shake my head a little bit. It ain't going nowhere. So, I'm of the belief that your hair is your crown as a black person. It carries energy. I protect it, try to wrap it up, I wash it. Don't let folks play in my head. That's why I did the freeform locks. I don't like folks playing in my head, playing with my energy. And I believe that shit, man. I believe that it carries a lot of energy, which is why, based on what you may believe, black people are special people. A lot of that fight going on in Israel right now, Gaza, it ain't about what the news want to tell you it's about. It's a lot deeper than that. Some of them real, some of them fake. That's why you have a movement of the true Jews and the Israelites. Do your research. I'll put it that way, and I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, man, more good news. I got my first podcast episode on Friday, man, talking shit with my boy Aleem. If you in El Paso, man, you've seen Aleem around, right? And I went to a spot called The Spot, honestly. It was the name of it, Cigar Lounge, when I first moved here. And this nigga walk in, I'm like, man, who the fuck is this big ass nigga? And we get to chopping it up, man, and he from New York, but that's about the only thing we have that's not something that's in common. He smokes cigars, I smoke cigars. He drank bourbon, I drank bourbon. He's 6'5", I'm tall. We both enjoy photography, I think I said that. Got the same vehicle, BMW X6. Only difference is I got the 50, he got a 40 something, I think. But anyway, but yeah, he gonna be on. We're gonna continue the conversation about being black in El Paso, man. I think that's a conversation that everybody that's black would probably have a different experience. And that's what he kind of said. He said, bro, like, I saw your video and my experience here is different, man. Let's talk about it. I was like, bet, come on the show. He's like, all right, cool. So he coming on Friday, man. We're gonna chop it up for a little bit, smoke something, drink something, and share our experiences of being black in El Paso. And I'm glad that he said that his experiences is different, because I don't want nobody coming on that got the same shit going on that I got going on. Like, share the differences. Let me let these dogs in, man, because I be having a heart. I'm a compassionate dude, man. And I know it's cold out there. I wouldn't want to be out there at all. It's cold in the month outside for El Paso. We not used to this right here at all. At all. And much as they was playing out here, they trying to come right back in this month. Come on, man. That's one. Now I gotta wait on the old man. Come from around the corner. Here you go. Come on. I know. That hawk hit me in my chest just opening the door. But yeah, he want to come on and talk about it, man. And hopefully this can spin into a few different episodes where people want to come on and talk about being black in El Paso. Because it's a thing. It's a thing where people have different opinions about the shit, man. But I got to start being more positive, bottom line, man. That was the whole reason of starting this video. And I want to make sure I make a conscious effort to do so. Gotta let some of that, I gotta break the cycle somewhere with some of this family trauma and generational trauma and negative this, negative that. Cause hell, if I was to record myself every day, I probably wouldn't even want to fucking be around me, man. So it takes a special person to want to be around Stu. And I understand that. Because, you know, it's a big thing that we say, oh, I just keep it real. No, nigga, you just negative. Nobody want to keep hearing that shit. Good. Nah, it's a difference between keeping it real and being real negative all goddamn day. That's what you're doing. And it's even sometimes when I go to the cigar lounge and I'm driving home, I'm like, damn, I just unloaded a whole bunch of negative ass shit on some people that probably didn't come to the lounge to hear that shit. And it's not until I get in the car driving home that I even think about that. Yeah. Especially when I was going through the divorce, I'm like, man, these niggas, they just came up here to smoke a cigar, drink some bourbon, talk about some sports, and I'm just putting all my bag on their back, like, take that shit home with you, motherfuckers. Yeah. See you next week. I got some more for you. Bye, man. So, yeah, I left my coffee. Let me get my hands lubed up. I got cocoa butter on deck, man. Cause some of y'all rude, man. Y'all be seeing my hands be ashy in some of these videos. Don't nobody say nothing, man. But yeah, man, talking about generational trauma, and my pops was a heavy-handed dude, man. Heavy-handed with his approach to parenting. But I love him to death, man. He currently in the hospital. I ain't doing too good. Been in the hospital since September, but on and off since 2020. Sepsis, liver shut down, kidney shut down, spleen shut down. They got him back on his feet. Then he got home and everything, he ended up getting another infection. So they had to put him back in the hospital. They had to open up that same wound again. Then he got better, and they sent him home. But you got to realize too, I got a bunch of knucklehead siblings, man, on that dope, man. In and out of prison their whole lives, all that kind of shit. So when he go home, he ain't got nobody there to help him take care of himself, the wound. One sibling on that shit, he's selling every damn four-legged walker he come home with, selling the diapers, selling all the medical shit to get that dope, man. So while my dad's been in the hospital this last time since September, shit, everything around the house and disappeared, man. The house damn near empty. If he wasn't tired or bolted down, that shit gone. He done sold it to get a fix. That's that generational trauma, man. That's that generational trauma that's hard to break. Now, like my car that me and my dad was rebuilding, gone. Sold it for some dope. He knew it was mine. So to know that it's mine and sell it, you're in a bad way. But then you wonder why folks don't trust nobody, man. So y'all hear some clanging and banging. That's this necklace inside my shirt. It's my dad's necklace, man. He had it. It say Snake, and he tried to tell me the story of how he got that nickname. And I said, Dad, you can miss me with that. No need, bro. No need. Don't. Just stop. Stop. Good. He just started laughing. I said, I ain't dumb. I get it. But the necklace, probably $1,200 worth of necklace. Because the one he gave me, when he gave me the necklace, it's like dental floss. So when I had the necklace, man, I ended up breaking it. It got wrapped up in the sheets or something. I made a sudden move and it snagged and broke it. So when I seen him the next time with a new necklace on, he was like, man, that's the necklace I gave you, ain't it? That's the charm. I was like, yeah, where the necklace at, man? I said, man, that shit broke. Broke? I had that same damn necklace 30 years and you done broke it in 2 months? Oh, man, come on, man. Shit. God damn. I'm like, hey, man. But I made sure what I paid for this necklace and the thickness of this necklace and the quality of this necklace should last. I could pass this shit down to my kids and their kids. I never want it to break again. But what I do want to make a conscious effort to break is this generational trauma shit, man. Generational trauma. Because I know my dad, he told me some stories. I'm like, man, I thought your last name was Jones. No, man, I had to go get my name changed back in 2019. 2019? How you go to Vietnam with your last name, but it ain't Jones? Man, them folks didn't care, man. They just drafted you and put whatever they needed to put on that paper to get your ass across that water. Okay, cool. So, his last name ain't even Jones. I gotta ask him the next time I talk to him what he told me his last name technically was for 50, 60 years of his life. But now all of a sudden, when he had a DUI, lost his license, had to go get a new license. And in order to get this license to say Jones, he had to go get name change paperwork to change it to Jones. So that's how I ended up finding out, talking to him about the DUI. But he had a lot of trauma. Just listening to him talk and everything, man. And here you go right here. Here go Pop right here. The tall one. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, that guy right there. The tall one in the picture, man. That's from Vietnam, man. That's his medic. And boy, he got some stories about him and that medic, man. He said they used to drop him off by the truckload and said, here y'all go. Gave him about 2 hours, loaded them all back up on the trucks, and took them back to the villages. The army back then, bro. And he said, man, I'm pretty sure you got a brother or sister somewhere around there in Vietnam, man. I'm like, I'm pretty sure, nigga, because he said that medic kept him, he poked him every week with some penicillin. Whether he had symptoms or not, he made sure he was good to go. But he currently in the hospital now, man. He not doing too good. So that should be on my brain too. But at the end of the day, that's just a circle of life. Nothing you can do about it, you can't stop it. So when he was in the hospital and I told him about all the divorce and shit going down before I even got there. And when he woke up out of the surgery, he said, hey man, what you doing here? I said, man, you asked me to come. He was like, yeah, I just needed to make sure I woke up out of this one. You pack your shit, you take your ass back to the house, take care of your family, figure your shit out, get your life together. Because ain't nothing you doing right now, nothing you doing to be here with me is going to change the outcome of nothing that's going on with me. I am in the Lord's hands. I looked at him, I said, Pops, man, you sure, man? Yeah, man. Get your ass home and fix your life. Get your shit together. Because life goes on. I'm almost tearing up now thinking about it. Because it's real. Life does go on. As much as we want to hold on to loved ones, they gonna go away. You gonna go away. But what's more important than you going away is what are you leaving? Don't leave that trauma with nobody else. Stop all this generational curse and generational trauma passing along, man. Pass wealth, pass knowledge, pass love, pass compassion. Break this curse, man.